Welcome back, party people. It's your boy Bojack, and I'm back with another glass. I hope everybody has had an incredible week. I was gonna do 2 episodes, but yeah, I'm trying to be consistent, and I didn't want to rush it, or I didn't want it to be halfway done. I didn't want to do a little bit of a video and then kind of half-ass it. I wasn't trying to do that, so I waited my time out. I made sure that the internet was doing what the internet was doing, so we could have something to talk about. Also, I got a microphone, guys. I feel official. Like I already got a camera, lighting set up, but I feel super official with my microphone because the sound will hopefully be a little bit more crisp. It'll be a little bit cleaner if I'm lucky. Y'all gonna hear way more mistakes because my tongue get heavy when I get nervous. So, and then I'm dyslexic, and my dyslexia be poking out. Also got a little bit of ADHD. I don't really have to lean in to tell y'all that no more because why? He got a microphone. Um, Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, tell your friends to go get a glass of wine so you can come and have a glass with me. Without further ado, we got us a Chardonnay. I call her Chardonnay. Y'all can call her Chardonnay, because Brandy's name was Chardonnay in the game and all that. Whatever. I call her Chardonnay because, why not? It's a little bit of razzle dazzle on there. Um, of course, we have our liquid receptacle here. Uh, and fun fact, this takes an entire bottle of wine. And I was just telling my coworker the other night, shout out to him, that I was going to attempt to drink an entire bottle of wine on tonight's show because in the past, that has been my track record is to attempt to drink an entire bottle of wine while on camera. However, I got stuff to do today, so chances are I won't be able to drink the whole bottle of wine, but we are going to pour the whole bottle of wine in this glass. So today, we're drinking Estancia. It's a vineyard, or Estancia Vineyards, excuse me. Chardonnay, as I said before, or Chardonnay if you fancy. Monterey County. It's a 2018. I basically splurged because what? Um, Nice bottle. I really like it. It is 13.5% alcohol. Um, yeah, that's all I'm really willing to tell y'all about it right now. If you want to, you can go and find it. I got it from a little store we have here in Missouri called Sunfresh. Um, so if you want to go and grab that, it's at Sunfresh. I think it was like $13, which is, if you know me, that's expensive. I don't be spending no double digits on wine, but since it's for the show, I said, why the hey not? I normally cut that a lot better. So let's give it another shot. She's not cooperating. That's all right. As long as we open it is all that matters. Getting it open is the point. All right. Having a few extra slices ain't never hurt nobody. That's my motto when it comes to bread. Have a couple extra slices, ain't gonna hurt. Bread, babies, having another one won't hurt. I know them don't go hand in hand at all. Let's get into the pop. Listen. Let's get into the pop, and then we can get into the pour. It absolutely fits an entire bottle of wine. And there's still room. We're going to display her back here for the rest of the time being. Um, yeah, we're not going to drink all this today. Wish some never. We're going to drink most of it. Let's give it a shot. It's not sweet, but it is good. It's not dry. There's hints of alcohol. Um, Lots of a hint of alcohol. heavy alcohol, and there's something else in there. Let's see what that is. That's what I thought. Alcohol. That's what it is. It's a little bit of liquor and alcohol mixed together. But let's get into it, guys. Um, so today, of course, we have to talk about the Grammys. The Grammys was this past Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, and of course, it's customary here at WineDown in the Vineyard, or at the winery, if you will, that we raise our glass. You know, raising our glass means that we're giving props, giving thanks, giving appreciation to those who are going above and beyond, or who have done things recently that they deserve notoriety for. And this week, we're raising our glass to none other than one of the greatest actresses of all times, or in my book, Miss Viola Davis, who recently became EGOT. If you don't know what EGOT is, it's an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. She got her Grammy for her the audio of her book, and she deserves to be an EGOT. There are only now, I believe, 3 Black women who have EGOT status in the game. One of them being Whoopi Goldberg, and I believe she got hers back in 1987, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there ain't a whole lot of us in that club. Literally just 3. Um, so yeah, shout out to her. Congratulations to her on that. She is a friend of the show because I know that she likes a good glass of wine. So anybody who enjoys a good glass of wine the way that we do is a friend of the show. So without further ado, we raise our glass to you, Miss Viola Davis. Send this to her so she can see it, and maybe she might repost it. Yep, just like I thought before, it's alcohol. hmm Alcohol and liquor for sure. That's what that is. Um, we got to name this glass because I haven't had a chance to name her yet, but she needs a name. We'll come up with that at some point. Uh, so again, shout out to, or congratulations to, the great Miss Viola Davis. Um, Her acceptance speech was incredible. I encourage you to go watch it. If you did not get a chance to watch the Grammys, also, since we're talking about the Grammys, we can't talk about the Grammys without bringing up, Beyonce. I call her Beyonce because that's how her name is spelled. You don't have to like it. You just got to deal with it. You call her Beyonce, but me and her are friends on some level. So I call her Beyonce. It's a joke. It's an inside thing. You wouldn't understand. And it's okay that you wouldn't understand. However, you're not going to attack me because why? I can actually fight. So, me and Beyonce, we were sitting back, kicking up, laughing, talking about the Grammys and how it was coming up. I was talking to her actually while she was in her dressing room. And guys, she was excited, blah, blah, blah. We were talking, Jay-Z, the kids, Roomy, Sir, blah, blah, blah. Blue was in the back running things as Blue does. She's not for the foolishness, so she doesn't really come and say, hey, a whole lot. I'm always with the foolishness, so there's that. Now, Beyonce is now the sole person in all of the anywheres to have the most Grammys ever in history at 32 Grammys. And I think she has like 88 nominations or something like that. I could be wrong about that number, but I think I'm right. Um, 88 nominations and 32 wins is incredible. Um, but to be the first person of any color or creed or race to have the most Grammy wins is a great title to hold. However, to have 3 songs on one album in 3 different categories all win and still not get album of the year, I think is absurd. I think it is quite terrible on the Recording Academy. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. She deserves album of the year. And honestly, I haven't even listened to the whole album. I only hear snippets of what I hear on TikTok, but I do know, excuse me, that it is a great album because I, have kind of peeked into it here and there. Church Girl is a really nice song, and a few other things. But most importantly, I know that she's done the work to have the album of the year. Um, this is an album that has made a genre of people feel seen who otherwise have to work super duper hard to feel seen. And I think she made that very clear in her writing, in her choice of style with this album, in her choice of genre with this album by it being more of a disco pop album. Um, she was catering to a specific type of people. And not only did she reach those people, she reached more than those people. I'm a cisgender heterosexual male. And even she reached me with, you're not going to break my soul. And there's plenty of times I've thought that why not? I can go ahead and quit my job today. I didn't, but I could. Why? Beyonce said it. Um, so again, congratulations to her on the grand 32 Grammy wins now, excuse me. 32 Grammy wins and um, being an incredible human being, an incredible talent. Also, I want to talk about Lizzo. Now I know y'all hate talking about Lizzo. Y'all hate Lizzo in general because she's a fat black woman and she's not ashamed of her body. She's not ashamed of her talent. She has a huge personality and she's also not ashamed of that. But her performance and her Grammy win. Congratulations to her as well is what I want to talk about because the song special that she has, she wrote it for her mom and I get goosebumps just thinking about it because it's an incredible song. In case nobody told you today, you're special. Like that's a huge feeling because being somebody who didn't grow up necessarily feeling special all the time or didn't or even still now sometimes I don't feel special. um, as a grown man, a big grown man, I have to check myself and let me know that I'm special to me if I'm not special to anybody else. And growing up, I wish I would have had somebody or something in my ear that said, hey, you are special, you are a good person, like I'm glad you're here, I know you've been through a lot of shit, but being on this side of it is a great feeling. And I'm glad to be here with you. Having that as a teenager would have been incredible, but I didn't have that. So then going from her performance, which was phenomenal, to switching over to her Grammy award winning speech, saying that when Prince died, she decided to dedicate her life to making positive music. And that changed her life in so many ways. No matter what y'all do, like knocking Lizzo down should not be one of them. It just shouldn't because she's an incredible person. And I don't know if it's a facade because I don't know her personally the way I know Beyonce. Um, I don't know her as personal, but I do know that I follow her on social media, of course, but I do know that she um, is positive on purpose, which is great because some people are um, fake positive, like they have this facade of positivity when in actuality she goes out of her way to be a positive person versus going out of her way to be negative or going out of her way to be a pessimist. Nobody wants those kind of people around, and I definitely don't want that kind of music in my ears, especially not when you're going through a dark time or you feel misunderstood or you don't feel heard or you feel judged by people. You want to know that you are heard and felt and loved and understood and cared about. And so by her deciding that she wanted to do such a thing, I think is incredible and admirable even. um I like Lizzo. I love Lizzo. I think she's an incredible artist. Shout out to her. Moving on, still talking about the Grammys, but moving on to Quavo and to his performance tribute to Take Off with um, what is the name of the choir? I had it in the back of my mind, but it's not coming to me. I'll probably put it here um, when I find the name of it because I forgot. But he performed with Maverick City. I remember names. He performed with Maverick City. He performed his tribute to Take Off. And if you didn't feel anything from his performance to his uncle, you are absolutely positively dead inside. Um, Having a rapper and a not necessarily a self-proclaimed thug rapper or gangster rapper, but just a rapper in general. And he kind of has always had this hard exterior. For him to literally bare his soul on stage and bare his hurt on stage and in this song at such a dark time in his life was incredible. But for me personally, if you know me, you know I'm a little bit of a waterhead. I'm gonna cry if I ain't gonna do nothing else. I welled up with tears, and it made me think about my mom. Of course, um, we're gonna take a drink from my mama. It made me think about her, and so of course I'm emotional about it, but not. I didn't cry, so I held my own. But it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful performance, and unfortunately, you go to Twitter or you go to Facebook and you see that fans who are supposed to be Christian of Maverick City are saying that they're going to go to hell and they're not going to see the pearly gates, all because they performed a rap song with Quavo. Who cares? Who cares? The Bible says, and I'm probably going to quote this wrong because while I do believe in the Lord, I'm dyslexic, excuse me, and I got ADHD. So forgive me. But if I'm not mistaken, it says something like, go ye in all the lands and spread the gospel, or something to that effect. Chances are they were supposed to be there. And I think by them being there was incredible. Nobody ever downs Tamala Mann or Mary Mary for performing at the BET Awards or any other awards that they perform at that are designed around secular music. Um, so I don't think that Maverick City should be condemned for performing with Takeoff. I mean, performing with Quavo. Excuse me. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Um, so yeah, I think y'all should probably chill just a little bit on that. Moving on to today's foolishness, and then by today I mean like 13 hours ago, maybe 14 hours ago now. One rapper and YouTube star, Daryl DDG. I don't really know what the D, D, or the G stands for, but I know his name is Daryl, so one of them D's got to be for Daryl, who dates the beautiful songstress, singer, songwriter, actress, phenomenon, Halle Bailey, um, my personal Little Mermaid. But we'll talk about that later. Um, he unfollowed her on Instagram apparently, and then of course the children took to the blogs and things to say that, oh, they broke up. He then tweeted something that was indicative of them breaking up or them no longer being together, and moments later he tweeted, the internet is so gullible. I know DDG to be a YouTube personality or a YouTube star, if you will, where he has created fake scenarios with his family members, with his sister, with her boyfriend, and so on and so forth. Created drama. He's actually really good at it. So I have to applaud him in that sense because he is really good at creating fake drama, if you will, to gain following or gain, some to gain conversation revolving around his name. Excuse me. Y'all know my tongue is heavy. But to gain conversation around his name and can get his numbers up, he's done a really great job of that throughout the years. And now is no different. He just does it. He's able to do it now on a bigger platform because he's dating Halle. And not that he's chasing clout. He has his own followers. It has well over 1 million followers. His streaming does well over 1 million whenever he does stream on Twitch or wherever he does his streaming at. He does a great job on his own. However, when you're at 1 million and you're trying to get to 2 million, why not use the gimmick that you've always used and you know that it's going to work because people are more interested in your life now because of who you're dating. Um, and not only that, you're dating someone who kind of has a squeaky clean image in a way. Like, we know Halle, she can get ratchet. She's funny as hell, but at the end of the day, she is clean in so many ways. This is the first boyfriend she's ever been public with that we know about. And so it could be, and he's supposed to be a little bit of a bad boy, but deep down inside, he's really not. He really is in love with her. So there's that. But what I want to point to more than anything is the amount of women who are on the TikToks and the Twitters, and they're supporting Halle because the thing was supposed to be that she cheated on him, and he tweeted that she cheated, and that's why he unfollowed her, and or he alluded to it in his tweet that she cheated, and that's why he unfollowed her. But y'all support her. I'm just saying, I support her too. Not the cheating part, but I support her in general. I'm just saying that, if it's true, we should probably hold her accountable just a little bit, not a whole lot, because I don't want to be canceled or I don't want to be jumped on. So we not gonna hold her accountable completely, just a tad. Um, Thank you. So that happened today, but and then Halle, I think she kind of played along with it a little bit, which was cool because I think she understands his plight, and she understands that when it comes to YouTube marketing, he's actually pretty much a genius. Like you can't go wrong with clickbait. Um, I hope that I don't have to be a part of clickbait, but if I do, then y'all forgive me. But it a minute's watch equals one view. So if you watch the video for a minute to find out what happened, that's one view, and that's okay. Um, Moving right along, um, there's not a whole lot left to say in regards to um, social media and all that jazz. But what I will say is this: be mindful of what you put out into the world. Be careful with the people that you love. Be careful with people in general, because you never, ever, never, ever, ever know what people are going through unless they tell you. And to be in a position to be able to help somebody, or to be able to hear somebody out, or to even be able to pull them out of a dark place and not even know about it. Real quick, when I was in college, there was this girl, her name was Molly. And I hope Molly's doing well. If you ever see this, Molly, I hope you're doing great in life. But me and Molly always said good morning to each other. We never talked to each other on the phone. We never emailed. We never text. We never did none of that. But we always saw each other in passing. And one day she was saying good morning to somebody else, and I thought she was saying good morning to me. She had braces and glasses, really beautiful brown skin girl. And I thought she was saying good morning to me, and she wasn't. So of course, embarrassingly, I said good morning. And she was like, "Oh no, I'm in my friend, but good morning to you too." And literally after that, we started to say good morning to each other every time we passed each other. We both had an 8 a.m. class. And that kind of just made my day. And I didn't know what she was going through. She didn't know what I was going through. And that made my day. Fast forward to I don't know how many semesters after she's gone from the school now, Northwest. She's gone. And then another friend of mine who is a very peppy morning person. She talks to her dad every morning while she gets dressed or whatever. And she's a very happy, upbeat person. Me and her started saying good morning to each other when we would pass each other on campus. And that made my day. So you never know where you may be positioned in life to make somebody's day better or worse. You just have to be careful with people. Um, so I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my video. Like, subscribe. I'm a little tipsy. Like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends, go get a glass and come have a glass of wine with me. It don't have to be a full glass. It don't have to be this glass, but just get a glass and enjoy. Um, until next time, guys.